American History X is one of my favorite films of all time, and there's a scene that I think is probably my favorite scene in the entire movie. It's when Derek is talking to his dad, and we basically find out why Derek is the way he is. So the scene plays out like this. Derek is basically talking about how his English class is hard. Dr. Sweeney is coming off like really rigid, like very, very strong, right? And his dad is like, well, what's going on? He's like, oh, they're introducing like black books into the curriculum. And then like Derek says like, yeah, okay, I see it in my fucking workplace, man. They're hiring less qualified black firefighters than, white firefighters just for the sake of, they're black. And that is such a straw man argument on so many levels because we find out that Dr. Sweeney has not one PhD, but two PhDs. Not one, but two. So he's allowed to decide his curriculum. He's allowed to teach his class however way he wants. And people are like, oh, he just says the N-word, and because he just says the N-word, everything prior to that is invalidated. But if you weren't to say that, everything would be. But you can't bring up the fact of competence when he has two PhDs. So that's more than well competent. That's more than well academically versed for what he's teaching, which is high school English, I believe. And it's scary how people seem to think that this is any way a good argument when, yeah, I mean, like the media literacy, I hate saying that word, is just so wrong on this scene. And it's why people like Myron from Fresh and Fit or Kanye West pandering to these racist, white supremacists, whatever, trying to say like, oh, Nazis were good or whatever the fuck, right? They'll never accept you because you're black. And it's the same with this scene. It doesn't matter how many accomplishments you have, they will never accept you because you're in a minority. Simple as that. See how he like disregards the fact that Dr. Sweeney has two PhDs? He's just making fun of that fact. Oh my god. Great books for black books? Are you fucking kidding me? And people thinking that this is like a plausible argument somehow is just, it's so wrong on so many levels. Now I will say this, I don't think people should be hired solely based on their race. I don't. I think like it should be on competence and how good they are at their job, on merit, obviously. But it is equally as harmful as, excluding people because of their race. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I mean, like, people look at this movie, and this is, like, easily one of the most, like, misinterpreted movies of all time, seeming to think that, like, everything that Derek says is correct. He just goes about in a violent and harmful way. When we see that, like, everything that Derek says or does as his, like, violent neo-Nazi persona is echoed through how Derek's father acts. And he's like a fucking respected member of the community. He's a firefighter, right? So it's fucking scary for that reason. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. See ya.